I'm not sure what's up with my microphone or why it sounds so tinny, but there's nothing better to do and I haven't done this for a long time and I want to get back into it, so this is called You Poor Thing by Two Meh. And yeah, you're right, it is pretty meh. Anywho, the chapter's called What Cruel God Would Allow This? And here we are. This is my home, the Golden Oak Library. I work as a librarian, so you can usually find me here if you ever need anything. The strange purple creature says, while waving a hoof towards a massive tree. She introduced herself earlier at the start of the tour, but you immediately forgot her name. One thing you do remember is that she called herself a pony, a unicorn to be exact. Now, you aren't a zoologist, but you're pretty sure that ponies back home looked a little bit more horse-like. These things look like squishy alien dogs, with most of them having wings or a horn. The rest got the short end of the genetic stick and ended up with neither. They all have colourful ass tattoos on both cheeks. Lovely. Apparently those are called cutie marks, or some gay shit like that. That's a tree, you observe intelligently. The pony gives a small laugh, clearly impressed by your keen perception. Oh yeah, I get that a lot. Come on inside. I'll introduce you to Spike. You won't meet any pony more helpful than him. She lights up the door with her magic forehead and gestures for you to go in first. You step inside, looking around. After a few seconds of critical analysis, you conclude that this is inside a tree. A very hollow one. There are bookshelves lining the walls of the circular room, and a few freestanding bookshelves lined up neatly in the centre. To your surprise, the ones against the wall appear to be part of the tree itself. There is a staircase that looks like it's growing out from the tree as it spirals upwards along the wall. Is this tree alive? There were leaves on the branches, so it must be. Are they using magic to sustain it? These monsters carved out the inside of a tree and now use to store alphabetically sorted remains of its family. And they won't even let it die. It seems ponies are even more twisted than humans. I think that too. Spike, come meet our guest. He's from another dimension. You can hear the genuine excitement in her voice, and it makes you nervous. She sounds a little too eager. Coming, Twilight, a raspy voice. Presumably Spike calls from somewhere above you. So that's her name. Twilight. What an awful, uncreative name. At least human names have originality and thought put into them, like your own. Your musings about humanity's superior naming capabilities are interrupted by something that sounds like claws scraping on the wood. She must have gotten a dog or something. You turn to the source of the noise as Twilight clears her throat. Anon, this is Spike, my number one assistant. She proudly introduces with another wave of her hoof. Wait, that's not a dog. Dogs don't have scales. Nice to meet you. My name is Spike. I mostly just keep this library clean. Not a big of a deal. And it can talk. But only ponies can talk. Twilight took you to some yellow pony's house where there were tons of animals, and none of them were even intelligent. So what in the hell is this thing? You think back to what Twilight said about Spike earlier. You won't meet any pony more helpful than him. So, he's a pony? But what the fuck happened to him? He has no hair whatsoever. His entire body is covered in a terrible rash, making his skin hard and scale-like. Most of it is purple, but the rash on his underside is yellow, and you don't know if that's better or worse. His spine is misshapen and way too large for his body, forcing him to walk on his hind legs. Almost half it sticks out from the back of his hips like a giant bony tail. His vertebrae poke out from the skin in triangular lumps. On the top of his skull is a massive bone tumour, which has also broken through the hard skin. The exposed bones and green are clearly infected. His ears look rotten, barely attached to his skin. They're so thin you can see almost through them. They almost look like the frills of a fish or some sort of reptile. The worst of all are his hooves. Instead of a hard, flat cylinder like normal ponies, he has fleshy protrusions that twitch and wiggle. The scaly rash makes him look sharp and claw-like. These must have been the cause of the scratching sound you heard before. You try not to vomit. Is he okay? Spike asked Twilight worriedly. You could ask the same thing about him. You realise you've been staring at the pitiful creature. I'm fine, you quickly say. It's very nice to meet you, Spike. You pray to whatever pony gods exist that he won't try to shake your hand. They are merciful, and he merely smiles at you. Ripping your gaze away, you turn to Twilight. It's been fun, Twilight, but I should probably head back to my new house and start getting settled in. Oh, I didn't realise it was so late, she exclaims as she glanced out the nearby window. I completely lost track of time while giving the tour. I'm so sorry. She looks like a sad puppy, with her head lowered and her ears drooping. Russia's diabetes into your bloodstream is almost enough to make you forget about the other pony's horribly disfigured body. You know how to get there from here. Oh shit. No, probably not. Oh, don't worry. You'll learn your way around in no time at all, she assures you. I can just have Spike lead you back. That way, you two can get to know each other a little better. I'm sure he'd love to finally have another male friend. Their diabetes immediately turned into leukemia. Fan-fucking-tastic. Wait, which house is his? Spike pipes up from behind you. A tiny spark of hope flares to life in your chest before being crushed by the sadistic librarian. It's the greenhouse across from Sugar Cube Corner. You can't miss it. Your leukemia has become full-blown AIDS. You turn away from Twilight, feeling betrayed. How can something so adorable be capable of such evil? Oh, alright, Spike says as he waddles into view. Let's get going, Anon. Your name sounds like a curse on his diseased lips. You silently follow, trying to rely on hearing alone so you don't have to look at him anymore. Hooves are loud as fuck, so it doesn't work with other ponies walking nearby. You settle on keeping him at the edge of your vision by staring at the ground just in front of your feet. You are content with the silence. Apparently, Spike is not. So, what exactly are you, anyway? You want to die. I'm a human. Human? Cool. I gotta say, I'm kinda glad you showed up. Ponies are great and all, but it's kinda lonely being so, different. Spike sighs. Well, at least you have other members of your species around, you mutter. It didn't register until now, but you'll probably never ever see another human again. Spike's steps are a bit heavier now. I guess so, but I've never even seen another dragon, so it's pretty much the same as being only one, he grumbles. Wait, what? Dragon? Magical unicorns are one thing, but dragons? That's ridiculous. Dragons don't exist. Why would he... Oh. A heavy weight settles into your stomach as it finally hits you. Yes, it all makes sense now. He doesn't know. But why? Maybe Twilight told him he's a dragon, because she didn't want him to know how fucked up he actually is. The entire town must be playing along, because he's got his whole life without discovering the truth. Spike shovels along ahead of you, tumor drooping to one side. Your feelings of disgust are turned to pity. The pony gods are truly cruel. You make a vow to yourself that you'll treat Spike with respect from now on, because he deserves it just like any other pony. Your throat tightens and it becomes difficult to breathe. You can feel the tears in your eyes. It's okay, buddy. You choke past a lump in your throat. We can be different together. A human and a dragon. You are openly weeping now, like a little bitch boy you were. Thanks, Anon. That means a lot. Spike quietly responds, his tumour fully erect once more. He hasn't noticed your moment of weakness, so you quickly wipe your face and try to think manly thoughts. Spike suddenly comes to a stop in front of you. Well, this is your stop. I'll see you tomorrow, Anon, he says as he turns around. You simply wave, not trusting your voice. You may not be the best person, but you're going to make damn sure you're the best friend that pony has. No, not that pony. That dragon. You start crying again. What a pussy. Well, and that's that. The author's note actually says, this is so fucking stupid, holy shit. Well, if you want to see it that way, and I suppose it is, but it's also hilarious, and I needed to hear that. The first time I read it, I nearly died of laughter. As you can tell, I still suffer with the same thing. So, in other words, I suppose this is where I'll leave off. So, with love, from England, FireRain. Goodbye.